What's up, NACS? Welcome to the official NRG CS2 podcast presented by our incredible friends at Spectrum. I'm Nitro, and for today we have Grim, oSee, Bro, and Sonic to discuss our latest roster move with Grim, ESL Pro League, our year so far, and the state of NACS and more. Shout out to Spectrum again, and let's get it. All right, so the first topic is roster changes. George and Grim. So, Mike, you've been on the team for like 3 weeks now? Or
yeah.
How do you feel like you're coming into the team?
Yeah, it hasn't really been too bad, and I've honestly, it's been like a pretty much like one-for-one role swap, just some maps have changed, but overall it's been not too hard to get implemented here. Everyone from the NRG side has been making it very easy for me, and it's just been a good experience overall, so yeah, not too bad on my end.
Aaron, what would you say the biggest difference between George and Grim is?
Personally, I think the biggest difference between George and Grim is obviously the experience Mike brings. Mike's played on Passion UA currently and before Complexity for quite a long time, about 3 years if I'm not mistaken, and retained their spot comfortably, like in the top 20, top 15 for that entire period. So yeah, Mike just has a lot of experience to bring to our team and a lot of skill, obviously. So,
I agree. Yeah, Mike's been great so far.
Hell yeah.
For us. I guess, Alex, since you're Danish, how would you say Mike is as an NA personality, since you don't really know too many NA players?
I don't know how to answer that. But
compared to like European players who are like similarly experienced.
I mean, obviously there's some cultural difference, but I mean, European or not, it's like you're human.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. I like Mike. So far, so good. Maybe after 3 weeks, I won't like him as much. But that's up to Mike. First 2 weeks has been good.
Yeah, I mean, I think Europeans just have more harsh personality sometimes, especially in CS.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean,
Yeah,
it depends.
Yeah.
If you're Danish, you're just arrogant.
I don't know that many Danish people, but I think most of us here have been knowing Mike for, you know, probably like 5+ years. Well, not like personally, but obviously we've had conversations here and there.
No, Josh for like 10 at this point.
Yeah.
Like 8 years.
Damn.
Damien
Alright.
even thought that we like played on a team.
Yeah, I know.
We never did.
All right,
We were
so for you,
close.
Josh, how has Mike's personality developed over the years as a player in person?
I mean, I don't know much about him as a player because I never played on a team with him. I've only heard things, but as a person, I feel like, I mean, he's definitely matured a bit, but he's still like the trolley guy that I get to mess around with. So, I mean, that's still nice to have. So I wouldn't say it's too much of a difference, but I think it's hard to gauge since I've known him for so long that like, it's hard to notice like the little changes, you know, as you mature, since I'm also maturing as time goes by. So yeah, it's been great having him on the team so far, and yeah, I think he fits in really well with his personality, especially.
Yeah, I agree. All right, now we got to go to the little harder topic.
Oh no.
10-6 versus Nip on Anubis. What happened?
What happened, Nick? I was at CT spawn. I don't know what the hell happened. That's all I'm saying.
I think we were winning the game, and yeah, some stuff happened. A little bit of miscommunication.
It was
we
definitely a rough round.
Yeah,
It's one to forget, you know.
All right, we
It's not one to
I
remember.
don't even remember it.
can move on from
What
that
does he feel
specific
again?
round. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Some online event.
What event?
Alright, like
the event where we lagged and
practice
pissed around
run.
and server crashed and we had to wait. That
Integrity camera.
ESL Pro League. Everyone has to give one word for that event. Just explain it in one word. Aaron, you go
Online.
first.
Yeah, I wanted Alex to do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Alex says online. Okay. Aaron?
I mean, he said online, so I'll just say CS to like complete it, you know.
Okay, online CS. Josh?
Learning.
Okay, online CS learning.
Okay, that's a good one.
Last one.
Scuffed for me.
Online CS is scuffed, and we're learning. All right. And mine is tragic, so tragic
We are
online
learning
CS is scuffed.
That's tragic online.
We're learning the strategy of scuffed online CS. Damn.
With integrity
Yeah.
cameras.
All right. I think that's enough talking about that. that was kind of a tragic event for us all that we'll always remember. All right, now moving forward for BLAST Rotterdam, and then we have Bucharest, and then we have the Major coming up in Atlanta and CAC, so we have a lot of big events coming up. Since we're actually going to have a proper boot camp, and obviously we're going to get better with Mike, can't really get much worse than how we played at EPL. Yeah. How do you guys feel?
I'm ready for Captain America to lead me to victory. See what it's all about, Shield, and, get some wins for NA.
Yeah, actually play on LAN together.
Yeah.
It kind of sucked that our first event with Mike was an online event technically. So like being able to play finally at LAN, I think is a good step for us he was an addition to the team. I can't speak.
So we also had very little practice for that event, so it's kind of like a pug to some extent.
Yeah, I mean, both EPL is kind of like a test, like an online test of us, and then BLAST Rotterdam is gonna be a little more prac, but a LAN test, and then we have boot camp, and then our flow should come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's just gonna be fun to play those events with prac. Honestly, since we've played a couple events now throughout the past few months with no practice at all, it's gonna be.
It's been a interesting first season. Or first
a little
half
more
of the first
exciting
season.
To play some Team CS.
Yeah, I think once we get practice, we're gonna be a lot better. Obviously, you can't really. I mean, you can get worse, if you practice and it doesn't go well. But for the most part, there's always stuff to talk about and get on the same page with and all that stuff. So how do you guys feel about our first matchup against Falcons at Rotterdam?
For me, I
played
think
them before, so
yeah. I mean, it's an opportunity for us to get revenge for Krakow. But obviously, I'm not going in expecting us to come out guns blazing, but I think we'll have a good chance against them because we have experience playing against them now. And then Mike also obviously has a lot of experience just playing at Tier 1 LAN, so I don't think it'd be much. We can show a lot better face than what we did at Krakow, I think, against them.
And we'd have another oSee masterclass against Falcons.
Grim masterclass.
Oh, wait.
yeah. I mean, our last game was close. We beat them on Ancient 13-11. We had a really good CT side, and then our T side was kind of weird, but we wound up taking the map anyway. I think since then we've have a bit of a different map pool, so I'm sure the maps look a little different in the series. But they were still close maps besides Inferno. We always suck on the first map of the series, right?
Yeah, it's a warm-up
We
game.
gotta bounce back. I don't know why we do that, but yeah.
It's a warm-up scrim. He played it the actual game.
Obviously, we're in a pretty good spot for the Major. I think recently we saw that we're 90%, so a lot of stuff would have to go wrong for us to not make it. But I think we're pretty much gonna make it, no doubt. I'm personally really excited for the Cologne Major. Obviously, have any of y'all made playoffs there? At Cologne?
No, Cologne's been my worst event.
Yeah, same.
Every time I go to Cologne, I'm gone 0-2.
All right, let's change the topic.
Gotta change it.
I mean, for me, I think it's the best event in CS.
Yeah.
In terms of the crowd and just the vibe of the overall tournament. It's really, really fun tournament to play for sure. Even if you lose, it's still a fun experience, in this life we have. Playing a video game in front of a ton of people. It's awesome.
Also, it's the area, the Cathedral is really cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I guess.
Vibes.
I'm not sure if we're going to make stage 1 or 2. It's still unknown. Most likely stage 1. How do you guys feel about, do you guys like to play stage 1, or would you rather start a bit deeper in the tournament? Or would you rather start from the beginning and kind of get warmed up against the quote-unquote worst teams? Worse or not as good teams?
Stage 2, because then all the technical difficulties will hopefully be sorted by stage 1. And less waiting for us and more observing.
Yeah. I think stage 3 is optimal, but obviously it's hard to get in there sometimes. But yeah, I'd prefer stage 2 as well, just so that can get out of the way. But there's also pros to stage 1, so you can get like more VRS if you win all your games.
Okay.
Yeah, and you get used to the environment and whatever.
Well, I was gonna say since we just added Mike, I think there's benefits to being in stage 1, so we can get more experience with him before we start playing like the higher level teams. But yeah, I mean,
Valid.
if I was able to pick one, then obviously stage 3. But
Furia taking our spot.
yeah.
All right. Cool. We also have IEM Atlanta before that, which is apparently sold out. So that's
It's a
awesome.
hometown.
Yeah, I don't know how big how many people will be there, but that's pretty lit. Aaron, have you
events are
ever?
always fun.
Aaron, what's like the biggest crowd you played in front of?
Paris Games Week, 8,000, I think.
8,000? What team?
Bravado.
Oh,
Damn.
Well, that's
They're
like
crazy, bro.
was JT on that team?
There's no way he wasn't, dude.
That Trinity,
That Trinity, Black Poison.
Holy
Black
crap!
Poison. I forgot about him.
I remember back in the day in like rank S, whenever Aaron's ex team were all here, and I thought Aaron was such a scrimmer. He just played so crazy in rank S. I mean, he still kind of plays like that, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so that he hasn't changed. But yeah, I'm excited for Atlanta. I think it's cool that we finally.
Atlanta, fun fact, Atlanta is obviously at DreamHack, and it's the same time as the Call of Duty Worlds tournament, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, nice.
Wait, really?
So you can go watch, so you can go watch
Right, that's
COD.
gonna be fun.
That'd be cool.
Trial game.
It was like the other DreamHack event. I forget which one, where they had the COD tournament at the same event. It was DreamHack Atlanta. Yeah. That's when they had the
But this
CS and COD.
All right, yeah.
this event used to be Dallas, right? It is
I
removed
think
Dallas for this one, yeah. I think Dallas is doing like some renovating.
Wait, Nick, there's a
Oh.
DreamHack Open Halo tournament.
I,
Damn, where's the Rocket League?
Well-
Why don't we get the Rocket League going?
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, for me-
I don't want to embarrass myself in front of everybody.
NRG Rocket
Gonna be
League
rough.
shows up. It's just like
Yeah.
playing.
Dude. Yeah, I'll play both.
I don't really like watching other games, to be honest, besides CS, like, as a spectator. I just don't
Yeah.
know what's going on half the time.
Yeah,
Like, if I watch
same.
COD or, like Rocket League's easy to watch.
What about Deadlock? Would you watch that?
I've tried watching Deadlock, but it kind of has a similar viewing experience as Valorant does for me. Like, there's so much going on. I guess the biggest difference is, like, in Valorant you can have similar like you can have two of the same character, right? You can have two Reynas or two Jets or whatever, so it gets like confusing in that sense because you're just looking at colors at that point, or you have to like understand basic game knowledge to know like who's who, and then at the same time like all the abilities look the same, so it's just like there's just so much going on. But at Deadlock you at least have like different unique characters to your team, and you can't like
Oh my Valorant.
yeah.
I've been
Fun fact.
enjoying.
I can't play Valorant, bro.
Huh?
Does everybody
Right,
know
Alex?
still?
No.
Does everybody know to this day still that I haven't never downloaded Valorant?
Damn.
Really?
That's a real man. There.
I've never played that
You
game.
weren't ever
Damn,
tempted
son.
to download it or even try
No.
it.
I think when they did like the limited beta releases,
Oh yeah.
I considered like trying to get that.
I mean, it's like you guys know on like game. Like I mean, Aaron is definitely guilty of this. Like when games first come out, and no one knows what they're doing. That is the best time to play games.
Yeah.
It's more
And
fun.
then after,
Yeah, that's
because
true.
if you stop playing it, like for a week,
You'll fall
everything
behind.
changes. Yeah, you fall behind. Like you don't know what the meta is and all that.
Well, that was like
Yeah.
Fortnite for me when it first came out. So fun, and then like people started getting good at building, and it just ruined the game for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, people are building mansions as soon as you see them.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I took a break for like a year. I come
Epstein
back and
Island.
like there's like 8-year-olds who are building like towers in 2 seconds and editing at the
Yeah.
same time. It's insane.
What are we supposed to do about that?
Dude, I
don't
get
know.
tired watching people like play Fortnite nowadays. Like seeing how fast they build and like edit like the walls and stuff. I'm like, I don't have the energy to do this.
The sweaty kids who just got out of like elementary school and have nothing to do besides like 2 math equations. Like after.
Two
And then they
math
hop on.
equations.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say I've been
spelling.
enjoying watching Rocket League a lot because after like trying to like play it, I realized how hard it is that things like they're doing at the top level is.
Yeah.
So like when you watch now, it's like, at least for me, it's like a lot more enjoyable seeing how good they are.
I think
'Cause
Rocket
I would
League,
argue like it's the most mechanically like hard game.
it is for sure. It's like easy / fun to play, but it's very hard to like master. Kind of like StarCraft, I think. But once you, like you said, once you start playing a bit, you're like, it might look easy, like they're just like flying around, but then you realize how hard it is and how like coordinated you have to
I
be with
can
both
barely hit
sticks
the ball in the air.
and decision making. You'll never see someone with like 2K hours that are like insane at CS. Like you'll know instantly if someone has like probably 8 to 10K hours just based on how they play in the game. I feel like you can see that with Rocket
Flip
League as well.
reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just.
I was
tell when
actually
people are good.
watching I got like a YouTube short for like the NRG game. It was like a 7-minute overtime game where they had like it was just like
Yeah.
super tense the whole time. It was insane. Like even just watching it back.
All right. Well, I have a question for everyone. One at a time, though. If you could transfer your hours of CS into another game, what would it be? And you'd be professional at it as well.
Another game.
Like say like CS didn't exist and you wanted to be professional at X game, what would it be?
Probably League of Legends for me. I mean, it was a game that I tried to get really good at before CS, and I think
So
I
you
mean,
had
it obviously
aspirations
has
to
a
go pro.
huge. Yeah, like I legit was trying to get good at it, but then I lost a little bit of interest when like I don't know, it was just like really frustrating for me at times because the game is a lot more dependent on your like random teammates, right, to like climb and ranked. Compared to like in
Yeah.
CS, you can like like really pop off individually and like carry a game.
There's
In
like
League, it's like
leagues
not
too.
like that. Yeah. So, but if I could pick a game, it would be that. So then I could like just like slot myself in instantly to like a top team and then just start playing.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have to deal with all those random people.
I'm actually interested in what Aaron would pick because he plays like every game ever.
Dude, same. I was just thinking the same thing.
Marathon.
Can't
Rocket League.
What would you play, Aaron?
Quake.
What?
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Dude, the game's
Wait.
like dead.
If it was alive, Quake.
Okay, but like a game that like now you had to pick now. Like,
Now?
To swap to. Yeah.
Like if I was really good at it.
Yeah, you would be really good at it because you'd have however many hours you have in CS in that game.
Probably Rocket League then. It's just too fun.
I was playing Quake in my like business class because we all had computers and this kid brought like a flash drive and it had like CS on it and it had
Quake 3.
Yeah, we're all playing. It was
Quake
actually
3.
so fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny that we
Quake's
remember
the
these
ultimate
things.
LAN game.
It was so fun. What would you pick, Alex?
Well, I was thinking, and I don't think I have like out of heart another game. So there's two answers. It's Dota because the TI,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
like infinite money glitch.
Yep.
And if there was like a pro scene in Rust,
I thought you were gonna say Ark.
I mean even Ark, dude. I mean Rust is probably the best game I've played besides CS. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's kind of hard when I guess you don't play other stuff.
Yeah,
And Dota's the
I
answer.
mean, honestly, I think I would do Rocket League as well, just because it's, I don't know, I would love to play that game with 12k hours or 11k hours, however
And just
much I have.
dominate everybody. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be fun. What about you, Mike?
Probably Dota 2, because that's like it was a game I played a lot back in like 2015. I really liked it, and I've kept up to date with like the international every year. It's like the one like other esport I watch every year, and that game is like super hard. I feel like there's so many heroes.
So you know
I need
what's
the
going on to
hours.
watch.
Yeah, I do, but it's getting harder now because I haven't played in a while. Now there's like more heroes every other event, so I gotta like keep track.
Yeah, I mean that's the
But it's
hard part
fun.
about those kind of games.
I mean, that game has like so much more heroes than League. I think there's like 300 something.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
and what about you, Nick?
Me? Probably.
Wait, there's 120. Never mind.
Not Valorant, you can't
You guys
play
probably
Valorant.
wouldn't even guess what I would say. Any guesses?
Heroes of the Storm.
Halo.
Heroes of the Storm.
Halo.
I think I double on
Halo.
I would say Halo actually because
Damn.
Oh yeah.
It ticked when you said it, Josh.
well,
Nick talks so much about
I
Halo.
actually I'm gonna ask this question after to you guys, but I actually wouldn't. I wasn't planning on going professional in CS, like at it because it wasn't like a big thing back then when I was like growing up.
Has anyone ever planned it?
Well, maybe the new kids, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Donk, like maybe his dad showed him.
I'm
CS
gonna
when
be
he
a
was, like,
pro
3.
one day.
But Halo, I was actually trying to like go to tournaments where they had all the professionals and stuff. Like they had a lot of tournaments back then in Columbus, and I was like telling my mom I wanted to go, but obviously she was like against it. But that was like that's a game that I think it would just be so fun. Like the vibe of Halo is so fun. It's like so intense, and like I like the 4v4, and I actually knew a lot of or I didn't know them personally, but I like looked up to a lot of the Halo pros growing up. So yeah, that would be.
Isn't the game dying now as well?
I think it's
There's so many good games that are like just evaporating.
I think like there's a lot of issues with like the tournament support. Like I think one of the big TOs like dropped out or something similar to what like ESL did with NA. Yeah. I think that's what's kind of happening right now.
All your guys' answers make me embarrassed with mine.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
All right, we'll move on a little bit. Okay, this is kind of like a general question, but thoughts on NACS right now? Like specifically, like just NA teams, not like MAD, us, like blah, blah, like all the other like teams that are making roster changes every other week. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Do you guys see any like teams who are up and coming or like maybe gonna be a bit better in the next couple months?
It's
I have
Voka.
high hopes for Voka.
Boss,
Yeah.
Wild Card.
I think Voka's the only one for me.
Okay, Voka with George. Think they look a little bit better so far.
Yeah, I mean,
Downs 2.0.
they also in Europe getting like team or practice and actually playing decent against like European tier 2 teams and stuff. So good sign.
Yeah, I think it's good. I don't think we've seen this in the past like couple years, but kind of like the tier 2 NA teams like actually going to different countries and competing. Like I feel like I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah,
And
that's a
now
good sign.
obviously
Yeah.
it's a lack of support from like orgs, but I guess like Marsborn and Voka are actually willing to pay for these guys to go out and try to get points and stuff. I think it's kind of a cool thing with like the VRS allowing that to happen, because back then obviously like teams would be partnered and it would be hard for them to like play in any tournaments unless it's like an open qualifier, right? But now like VRS, they have open lands, they have like 100 Thieves and like all these big names going to these same lands. We have Liquid at Atlanta right now. It's really cool to see those things as well, in my opinion. And also having the ability to actually compete against them. So what do you guys think about the best NA team, Liquid, right now?
I think.
As of today.
Wait, sorry, what?
No, I just remember that malbs joined their NA team. According to
Yeah, the
Garrett.
best NA team,
Probably
man.
good change.
Not an NA team yet.
It's so-
Technically,
it's-
if they lose all their games, they won't have enough games to be considered an NA team.
True. It's also, it feels bad, man, for Marsborn.
Wait, what do you mean lose?
Yeah.
I think they just
Because
have
they're
to play now.
Doesn't Malbs need 5 games?
Win games to play more games. And
Oh, you're saying
Well, that's
before the
what they signed
cutoff?
yeah.
I thought Malbs needs like 5 games, yeah, to be on the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah,
Or
there's
no.
less than a
When-
month now.
I see a lot of people like blaming Liquid and stuff for it being shady and stuff, but I think that the real issue lies in like it even being like allowed.
I mean, rules are rules.
'Cause, like,
Yeah,
it's
it
a-
shouldn't
yeah,
be
it's-
allowed.
It's a business in the end, and Liquid needs to do what's best for themselves. So, I mean, obviously, I don't know exactly what their intentions were with the move, but there's speculation that they just want to like get the major. And
Why would you not?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I can't
You
blame
know.
them, but it just sucks
Well-
for both parts. It sucks for Marsborn especially because they could get screwed over because of this being possible.
I would change the rule that says you can only change a region directly after the major.
but like
My opinion.
Yeah, that
up
should
until
be.
one point, like
There
a
should
month
be like a
before,
month,
2 months before.
a month after each major, or the beginning of the year, I guess, beginning of the season, you can change your region.
Dude, that would be pretty strict.
That's not that strict. That's just roster mania, because there's always roster mania after the major anyway.
I would
You know what I
say
mean?
like I would say
I don't know.
up to like maybe a month or two before the cutoff date.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that, maybe.
After the major.
Yeah,
I
but the
don't
thing
know
is
what's
that's
the
like
best
10 months out of the year though.
After the major, yeah, that's too long. I think like you said, Nick, somewhere around now would be good. Because it is kind of stupid how you can just swap one player and instead change the region like less than a month before the cutoff.
I think it's a W because I think Liquid just needed some change at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think even if
Isn't
you
anything
know,
a W for them?
I mean, malbs is
In that
good.
case,
I like
At this
malbs.
point, probably. I think malbs is a good player. I think like if you guys remember when he first joined, he had like Nico and stuff on that team.
Yeah,
He was actually playing really well, and I think he kind of had like a bit of a dip, but maybe it was something like related to like
I don't know if those
I don't know, I
rules.
think he just started playing a little bit worse as compared to when he was first joined.
Doesn't he change rules when Nico left?
yeah, he
So-
tried to
yeah, he
pick
took
up
his
his
roles.
roles. But I
Yeah.
think as well, like obviously when your team isn't playing as good as it used to, then you're also individually gonna start playing
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
But maybe this will like unlock him a bit, you know. What's your take on Malbs, Mike?
I think he's good. We tried to bring him when I joined Complexity. We tried to get him, but we couldn't due to like us losing an event or something. If we like made 3 changes, so I missed out on playing with him. But I think he's really good. He's been good for a while. But I think, like we were saying when he swapped roles, obviously the team got worse when Nico and Modesty left, but I still feel like the rules had an impact for him because he was literally like, wasn't he like top 12 or was it less than that?
On the top 20 HL TV?
Yeah, I think he did really good.
Let's see.
Then he like kind of fell down a bit, but yeah, top 12, yeah.
Yeah, number 12.
But I think he can come back. I mean, he's really good. I like him a lot. He's also a good person.
Yeah, he's a nice kid. I've talked to him a little bit before. I've been knowing him forever. Because he was playing in NA, you know. Like he'd play like rank S and all those things back then as well.
Yeah, not bad.
I think it was a good change. I think Liquid honestly probably needed anything. Anything would help them probably get a bit better. I thought like in my opinion, if they had JL, I think he would actually be a good addition to that team as well because he's like, I think just the way his personality is would help them a lot. I think that team is kind of like, they have too many players who are like passive, and I don't really know if Shui is as a leader, but it seems like he's like more for himself as a leader as opposed to like running out first, kind of like a Kerrigan, you know, like just creating space for his teammates to succeed and all that stuff. He doesn't really seem like that kind of player, and I think that team kind of needs players like that because if you take like Keith, for example, he's more of like a clutch player. He's not like an entry kind of player. And I think John is more of like a second guy in kind of trader. You know, I don't think like I would take John over Shui in that role as opposed to like anyone else on that team running out. In my opinion, that's how I would have it at least. But that's not how it's structured whenever I watch them play. So yeah, I think they just have a lot of structural problems, and I think that's just kind of how it is. But I think Malbs is actually a decent fix for them because he's fearless and he seems a bit selfless in his space taking. So I think it's going to be really good for them actually. And then for NertZ to G2, I feel like I haven't even gotten a full grasp on like how NertZ is as a player since he joined Liquid. Because they've had so many issues like since he joined. I feel like they haven't had like a good, really good like consistent back-to-back tournament run, you know, like playoff run. It's kind of just like they do good here and they do bad the next one. It's just been like that forever. But I know before like NertZ was a really good player, so maybe he'll have a resurgence on G2.
yeah, he was insane on her.
Yeah, he was great. Even on ENTS.
Yeah. And as well.
ENTS, he was good. They won. I thought they won Dallas one time. Or was that? Or they were in the finals at least.
Oh yeah, remember that?
I forgot. It was 2023. They beat Mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I'm kind of like indifferent about like Liquid as an NA team because it doesn't feel like an NA team. You know, like they're never playing in NA. Like they all live in Europe pretty much, or like I think the only one that doesn't is like Keith, but he's there all the time anyway.
Yeah.
But it doesn't kind of feel like as if I was a fan, I wouldn't really consider them like the NA team. You know, it's kind of hard to say when they have two Polish people, and like I don't know. Maybe I'm just making this up, but that's how I feel.
No, I mean it's just like how when I was on like Passion a few months ago, how we're an NA team, you know. It's like I don't know how that works. Even now, I don't know how they're an NA team.
Yeah,
But I think the VRS rules are like kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, I guess we'll wrap it up there.
Thanks, Nitro, host.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Nick, for bringing us all together today. On this great Friday, the 13th, actually. Scary.
Thanks for having me. We want to give a huge thank you to our incredible friends over at Spectrum. On behalf of NRG CS2, our NRG staff, and to the entire NRG fam, we'll see you next time on the official NRG CS2 podcast, and thank you again to Spectrum.